Toxic relationships often follow predictable patterns: constant criticism, one-sided effort, and emotional manipulation. Research shows 60% of people experience at least one toxic relationship in adulthood. Key red flags include feeling drained after interactions, walking on eggshells, and compromised self-esteem. Psychologists note these dynamics activate the brain's threat response, releasing stress hormones like cortisol. Chronic stress from negative relationships physically impacts the brain. MRI scans reveal reduced gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the area governing decision-making. The body's inflammatory markers rise by 30% during prolonged toxic exposure, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes daily. Energy depletion manifests as fatigue, brain fog, and weakened immunity, according to psychoneuroimmunology studies. Neuroscience confirms pivotal moments activate the brain's anterior cingulate cortex, the conflict resolver. Writing strengthens commitment. Studies show people who journal intentions are 42% more likely to follow through. The phrase, "enough is enough," triggers psychological reactance, breaking cognitive dissonance that maintains unhealthy bonds. This begins neural rewiring toward self-preservation. Clinical psychologists recommend structured self-reflection using the 3C framework. Identify 1. Core emotions triggered, 2. Communication patterns, and 3. Concrete impacts on daily life. This activates the brain's default mode network, enhancing self-awareness. Studies show 20 minutes of daily reflection for 2 weeks increases emotional clarity by 68%. Writing down non-negotiable boundaries strengthens the brain's prefrontal regulation. Nonviolent communication, NVC, developed by Marshall Rosenberg, follows 4 steps: observation without judgment, naming feelings, stating needs, and making requests. This approach reduces defensiveness by 40% in conflict resolution. Neuroscience confirms using I statements deactivates the listener's amygdala threat response. Scripting conversations beforehand increases effectiveness by 31%, according to communication studies. When boundaries are introduced, 73% of toxic relationships escalate temporarily, known as the extinction burst in behavioral psychology. The other person may employ guilt tripping, activating the brain's anterior insula, or gaslighting, causing hippocampal confusion. Therapists recommend the BIFF method: brief, informative, friendly, and firm responses to prevent entanglement in circular arguments. Effective boundaries require the SURE criteria: specific, I won't answer calls after 10 p.m., unapologetic, reinforced, and enforced. Stanford research shows consistent boundary keeping strengthens the brain's self-regulation circuits within 6 weeks. Digital tools help. Muting notifications reduces anxiety spikes by 58%. Physical distance triggers neuroplasticity, creating new healthy neural pathways within 3 months. Post-toxic relationship recovery shows remarkable brain changes. fMRI scans reveal increased activity in the left prefrontal cortex, associated with positive affect. Cortisol levels normalize within 4 weeks, while serotonin production increases by 22%. The symbolic feeling of breathing freely correlates with actual improved lung capacity as chronic muscle tension releases, per psychosomatic research. Positive relationships stimulate mirror neurons differently, creating virtuous cycles. UCLA studies found 15 minutes of genuine laughter with friends boosts endorphins by 27%. The brain's temporoparietal junction activates during perspective taking, deepening bonds. Quality connections correlate with stronger telomeres, aging markers, and 50% lower dementia risk in longitudinal studies. 1 year after implementing boundaries, studies show 89% report improved decision-making abilities and 76% experience career advancements. The brain's basal ganglia form new habits, requiring 66 days on average for automaticity. This journey cultivates self-concept clarity, a psychological metric predicting life satisfaction. Ongoing self-care maintains neurobiological benefits, creating permanent positive change.